So the 49ers suffer another brutal loss, this time against another division rival, the Arizona Cardinals. They blew a 23-10 lead and just really choked away that game. Jordan Mason had a huge fumble, and then of course Purdy had that pick there at the end to really seal the game. I know the play calling was kind of weird there at the second half because Jake Moody was out for the game, so you kind of have to maneuver a little bit differently without a field goal kicker. It's definitely a huge disadvantage, but still, I feel like Kyle Shanahan called a pretty scared game that whole second half, and he was really just trying to hold on to the lead. He wasn't really trying to win the game. He was just trying not to lose it, and in the end he lost it. So yeah, man, just a brutal loss to the Cardinals. And again, to another division rival, so that makes it twice as bad. It's too bad too because the Seahawks lost to the Giants and the Rams lost as well. So the 49ers would have had an opportunity to really take first place this Thursday night if they did beat the Seahawks, but it is what it is. But like I said, it's not all doom and gloom because the Seahawks did lose. They are now 3-2 and the Rams are 1-4. So it could have been worse. Both of those teams could have gotten 2 dubs, and the race for the NFC West would have been a lot tighter. So, not the worst outcome in the world, but still, just a brutal loss, man. Let me know who you would shoulder the blame on for this L. Would it be Kyle Shanahan? Would it be Purdy? Would it be Jordan Mason? Or just a collective team effort? I don't know, man. I'm just seeing a trend here with big choke job losses here early on in the season. I'm just not really liking what I'm seeing from the 49ers so far. Sure, granted, they still could be a playoff team. It's just, and I know it's early in the season, but true Super Bowl contenders find a way to get the job done no matter what. And I really feel like the window is closed here. They still could definitely make the playoffs, and who knows, maybe they could win the NFC West this year as well, but I'm telling you, I'm just not really liking the trend I'm seeing from the 49ers thus far. So yeah, they also have a short week this Thursday against the Seahawks. Huge game there. I don't want to say it's a must-win, but if the 49ers drop that game, they're 2 games back from the Seahawks, and based on what we've seen so far from the 49ers, I really wouldn't want that team to be a couple games back from first place in the NFC West, because I don't think they're capable of really going on a run as of right now. I feel like they really need a bye week to just kind of gather themselves and really come together as a team and just try to figure out how to be efficient this year without your heart and soul McCaffrey, because honestly the injury sounds pretty bad. Having that issue with both Achilles sounds pretty serious. I really don't even know if he's going to be back for the playoffs, and his future in the NFL is definitely in jeopardy right now. So the 49ers just have to deal with a post-McCaffrey era, at least for this year, and they really got to figure that out. Kyle Shanahan has to figure out how to call games more effectively, but Brandon Ayuk did look very good today. I feel like he's finally warmed up from not having a training camp and just holding out all throughout the offseason. And, you know, the post-McCaffrey era, they're going to need everyone to step up. They're going to need all hands on deck, and Brandon Ayuk is going to have to be a big piece of the 49ers team and offense going forward if they're going to have some success. Kittle has to stay healthy. Debo has to stay healthy. And I know those 2 guys are injury prone, and I know it's a long season, but you kind of got to you kind of got to buckle up without McCaffrey, man. Everyone's got to come together and just play extremely good ball. And I actually mentioned this earlier before the year start, how the NFC West might be a competitive division, therefore making the road to the Super Bowl a lot harder for the 49ers. And honestly, I know the Rams are 1-4, but all those games are pretty close, and they're a competitive team. If Sean McVay is on the field calling plays, that team is going to come out and give you everything they have every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. So the Rams are good. They already gave the 49ers an L. The Cardinals, I think, could be a dark horse playoff team for sure. They just gave the 49ers an L. And of course, the Seahawks, the number one team in the NFC West right now. So it makes it a lot tougher when your division rivals are competitive and competent and actually have good teams. You know, the past 4 years, Cardinals haven't really been the best. Sure, the Rams have been competitive, and then the Seahawks have kind of been up and down. But now we're kind of in that window of all three of them are good. It just makes it a lot harder when you're in a competitive division to make it back to the Super Bowl. Truly no weeks off at all. And for the month of October, it's going to be very telling of what this team is, because they have a pretty good schedule. They're at Seattle this Thursday. Should be a very hostile environment, short week. That's going to be a tough game. Then they're at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. That could be another L right there. And then they're at home against the Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. And then they have their bye week. So a huge 3 weeks coming up for the 49ers. Can they be competitive? Can they get it done? Can they make it back to the Super Bowl? Will they even make the playoffs? Let me know in the comments below your predictions on what this team is capable of for this year. To be honest, I know it's still early in the season. We're not in that November Thanksgiving spot just yet, even though things are starting to heat up. It's the month of October. This is where teams really kind of get going. First month of the regular season is almost like a mini preseason. You're testing things out. You're getting acclimated with each other, building on that chemistry. But October is a key month. It's really the first time where teams start to slowly pull away, and then by that November Thanksgiving mark, we know exactly who everyone is, more or less. So yeah, man, I still don't know about this team, but I know for sure that they're definitely at their weakest point, especially without McCaffrey. That's a no-brainer. Anyone could see that. Probably the weakest the 49ers have been the past 4 years, besides that one 2020 year where they just got destroyed with injuries by week 4. Will this team make the playoffs? I think they'll be maybe a 7th or 6th seed team. If they do, I don't see them winning the NFC West this year. But who knows? They could go on a run. It's still early, like I said. So yeah, man, let me know your predictions on what this team is going to do. If you made this far, please subscribe. It'd help out your boy a lot. And yeah, man, that's all I got for right now. Peace.
You know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling.
Second and 8. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Going to be a tackle for a loss. Now looking at third down. From the gun. Looking across the middle. Catch made.
The Vikings put themselves in a terrible situation. 3rd and long, but you know what? They got a lot of talent on the offensive side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that first down.
Now 1st and 10. They'll go ground. And they tackle him there at the 34. At the 34, 66 yards from pay dirt. The Broncos with a nickel look here on defense. 2nd and 10. Incompletion on that hurried throw.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get 3rd and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
Von Miller gets to the quarterback.
Well, it's a game of chances in the NFL. It's 3rd down. The defensive coordinator said, let's get after this quarterback. He sends the extra guys. He blitzes him, and they get there before the quarterback can react.
Hester's going to try and return this punt. Stiff arms to stay on his feet.